All right, let's rank these top 3 receivers in the 2025 wide receiver class, okay? It's Jordan Tyson, it's Carnell Tate, it's Makai Lemon. How you order them is a very, very difficult puzzle to put together. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I think all 3 of these guys are studs. I think all 3 of these guys are franchise receivers. I don't want to embrace an argument with you about or anybody about these 3 guys because you can order them however the fuck you want. It just depends what you look for in a receiver. And me personally, the most valuable thing a receiver can bring to the table is consistent separation. Consistent separation. The least valuable thing is yak. And like yak is like it's a cherry on top. It's a cherry on top of an apple pie. But separation, hands, contested catchability, your ability to catch passes over the middle, your ability to really not to get off of press coverage at the line of scrimmage. How are you breaking in and out of your routes? How is the stem of your route looking? That is the apple pie. That is the crust. That is whatever the fuck else you need to make the pie. The yak is just a cherry on top. Not as important to me as your ability to catch the ball in traffic, make contested catches. How do you track the football when it's in the air? How do you separate? And there's one receiver that just separates better than anybody in this draft class. And I'd argue he has a better release. He's the hardest guy to press the line of scrimmage, not only in this year's class, but last year's class as well. And for those reasons, I think Jordan Tyson is the number 1 receiver in this year's class. Elite separator. You can't press the guy. You can't be on the line of scrimmage with this guy. He's gonna make you look like a fucking fool. Okay? And if you get on this guy's inside hip, good luck staying with him at the top of his routes, in and out of his breaks. Okay? And the thing is, if you play off of him, he's got so much fast twitch, so much in his game where it's impossible to stay in front of him. And if he gets a little bit of separation on you, from the second he gets his hands on the football, if he gets his hand on the football, he's a running back. So if he gets any separation on you, you have to worry about then him either running through your face or making you have to go to the hospital for an ACL injury because he broke your fucking ankles after the catch the second he catches the ball. He goes from receiver to runner instantly. Now, what he doesn't do that Carnell Tate and Makai Lemon do at a higher level is one, especially Makai Lemon. Makai Lemon, his feel for finding the pockets in zone coverage is elite. Elite. I think he's more NFL ready, and I think Carnell Tate's more NFL ready in terms of finding the holes in zone coverage. Really just Makai. He has really, really good feel for space and defenders around him and when to sit down in the spots and give quarterbacks easy completions. But Jordan Tyson's tape is undeniable. And what I was going to say, what Makai Lemon and Carnell Tate do better than Jordan Tyson is their contested catchability and their ability to make catches in traffic. But Jordan Tyson does it. Like, it's not like he doesn't do it. He just doesn't do it at the consistent level that Carnell Tate and Makai Lemon do. I think Makai Lemon has the best ball skills over the middle of the field, navigating traffic. I think I'd rather throw a jump ball to Carnell Tate than either of these guys, but Makai Lemon also has a knack for me. I think the ball skills conversation, it's between Makai and Carnell, which is why it's like such a debate here. But separation is the great equalizer, especially at the NFL level. Think about the greatest receivers over the past years. Think about the best receiver in the league this year, who led the league in receiving yards. What does JSN do better than almost anybody in the league? He fucking separates. He gets open at an elite level. I hate seeing the Makai Lemon JSN comps because JSN was a way better route runner at Ohio State than Makai Lemon is, and he was better after the catch than Makai Lemon was. But Makai Lemon has better ball skills than JSN. No, the ball skills are equal. The ball skills are equal. JSN was just a better route runner and a better separator. You can't press the guy. Makai Lemon, there's reps of Makai Lemon, especially against Notre Dame, who plays a lot of man coverage under Marcus Freeman, where guys would get their hands on Makai Lemon at the line and they would neutralize it. He was a non-factor. And it happened consistently against Notre Dame, which is a press man team. You can get your hands on Makai Lemon, he's fucked. That being said, if he gets a free release off the line of scrimmage, his burst off the line is ridiculous. Like, he gets into the stem of his route faster than any receiver in this draft when he gets those free releases off the line of scrimmage. So, scheme dependent. That's where my mind goes. Scheme dependent. Makai Lemon needs to be in a scheme that's going to have him running fucking marathons behind the line of scrimmage in terms of motion pre-snap. Get this guy in as many free releases as possible. Good night. Good night. And if you give this guy a chance, he could make a fucking play on any ball in the world. I'm totally just going all over the place. Let's stick with Jordan Tyson. He's the best receiver in this class, though, because not only can he separate at the highest level, he's the best route runner. You can't press this guy on the line of scrimmage. He doesn't have the ball skills. He doesn't have the contested catch ability, the ability to make plays in traffic that Mekhi and Carnell do, that Carnell and Mekhi do, but he can do it. It's not like he can't do it. He just doesn't do it as consistently as those two guys, where he separates at an elite level consistently. Therefore, I put him over those two guys because those two guys just can't quite run the routes, an NFL route tree. Well, they can, but not to the level that Jordan Tyson can. And then what did I say? What's the cherry on top, chat? What did I say about the cherry on top like a few minutes ago? This guy's got the best yak in the class too. He can take a quick slant to the house better than Carnell, better than Mekhi can. He can make guys miss in open space better than Mekhi can, better than Carnell Tate can. And like I said, it's not the end all be all when I'm grading receivers. But I'll tell you what, if you are the best separator in the class and you have the best ability to make guys miss after the catch, yeah, you're the best receiver in the class. Jordan Tyson is a fucking problem. And he's not undersized either. 6'2", 200 pounds, okay? 711 yards as a junior, 1,100 yards as a sophomore. The production matches the take, and he is the best separator with the best out of these three. I'd argue like there's guys that are better yak. Like Zachariah Branch is probably the best yak guy, pure yak guy in terms of making guys miss in the class. But you're talking all three skills. So like Zachariah Branch isn't going to go up and moss a motherfucker. Like Jordan Tyson can. Carnell Tate does consistently. Jordan Tyson, highest ceiling. He can be a real X receiver on the outside. I don't know if you can say that about Mekhi Lemon, who might be a little bit more scheme dependent, because if you get your hands on Mekhi Lemon at the line of scrimmage, he's eliminated from the play. It happened multiple times against Notre Dame. Jordan Tyson, I'm all in. The injury concern, I don't care. He's too talented of a player. Great ball tracking ability, too. When that ball's in the air, he just finds it all the way to his fucking hands, shows late hands, shows an ability. Mekhi Lemon also does this at a really, really high level. When the ball's in the air, and if he doesn't have that much separation, he flashes his hands really late, but he'll also like pause for half a second while the ball's in the air so that the defender that's on his hip will also pause for like half a second. And then he'll do a subtle push off and a last second burst just to create an extra little second of separation, a millisecond of separation right before at the catch point, right before the ball drops in, and it just makes it playable. And Mekhi Lemon, some of the catches that dude makes are just fucking insane. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. But Jordan Tyson has some crazy catches too. So does Carnell Tate. And I'll put Carnell Tate. I have Carnell Tate slightly over Mekhi Lemon, but I keep going back and forth with these two, man. I keep going back and forth. But what it really boiled down to for me, and I already alluded to it, is that you can't press Carnell Tate the way you can press Mekhi Lemon. And there are reps where Carnell gets eliminated from the play in press man coverage. But you could put some weight on him. At 6'3", 190, he's a little bit too lean. You can put some weight on Carnell Tate, some muscle on Carnell Tate, where it's impossible to press this guy at the line of scrimmage. And he also gives you the size to make up for his inability to break the press sometimes. Like, you can still throw him the ball. He can still make a play on the ball because he has a bigger catch radius than Lemon does, even though Lemon makes catches like he's 6'10". But Carnell Tate is fucking elite at the catch point. He has some of the best hands in this draft class. Very underrated route runner, especially in the stems of his routes. Very nuanced in the way he sets up corners, sets up safeties in the stem. And then his breaking, his head fakes are really good, especially on double moves. He has great ball tracking ability. There were some underthrows that he still came back and made great plays on. He obviously had a catch against Wisconsin in double fucking coverage. Also a big game player. Showed up big against Michigan, had some big plays against Michigan, had some big plays against Penn State. The dude's a monster. And I feel like his route tree is more diverse than the tape alluded to. It's just, why would you give Carnell Tate the ball in open space when you can give it to Jeremiah fucking Smith? You know? And Carnell Tate didn't give you too much after the catch in terms of making guys miss. I think Mekhi Lemon makes guys miss better than Carnell Tate does. But I think Carnell separates man against man coverage and deeper down the field better than Mekhi does. But Mekhi separates on the underneath and intermediate better than Carnell does. But Carnell also has the frame, and he's very, very subtle and very silky smooth in his route running where he can be a threat over the middle of the field when it's on crossers, on deep digs, where Justin Jefferson makes a living on the 15-yard dig route. Like, I could see Carnell Tate doing that because of his route running ability, his burst in and out of his breaks, the nuance, the way he sets up corners and safeties, and he has great hands, and he has a bigger frame than Makai Lemon does. Good release at the line of scrimmage. Like, there's some plays where it looks like Davante Adams, and I don't know if that's just because he wears number 17, or if it's because I'm pretty sure he wore number 17. Am I crazy? But there's some plays where he looks like Davante Adams. I got Davante Adams vibes, and then you attach that with, I'm pretty sure he wears number 17. Let me Google that. I'm gonna look like a real fucking clown here. Yeah. So maybe it's just because he wears number 17. Maybe it's just because he ran 4.5, and maybe it's just because of the way he catches the ball at the catch point. But there are some reps where his release at the line of scrimmage is very Davante Adams-esque. And Davante doesn't have like people talk about release packages, like release bags, but Davante is all feel. Like, he does his little hop at the beginning, reads where the defender is, does another hop, does as many hops as it takes before he can get a feel for the defender, puts his foot in the ground, he's fucking gone before he can get a hand on him. There's some reps where Carnell Tate does some stuff like that, and then his ability to catch the back shoulder, his ability to just track the ball in space, really good hands, very little body catching too. He's always out here with it. It reminded me a little bit of Davante, I'm not going to lie. Similar frame too. Similar frame, not the most athletic, not the greatest after the catch. Even though Davante does have some ridiculous yak highlights. I like Carnell a lot. I really like Carnell a lot. And then we get to Makai, man. Elite ball skills. It's just unbelievable. And like I said, his ability to find the soft spots in zone coverage and just his feel for leverage on nearby defenders, elite. Like, I think he can be a real safety blanket for a young quarterback. Shedeur Sanders, if that's the play there. Like, he can be a real safety blanket and just a first down machine with a good quarterback that knows how to read zone coverage, that once Makai finds that soft spot, boom. Like, Makai Lemon on the Chiefs would be an absolute issue, because where Mahomes and Kelsey made a living is Travis's ability to find those soft spots in the zone. Makai Lemon can also do that at an unbelievably high level, and Travis lined up in the slot a lot. Makai's going to have to line up in the slot a lot. You can't get this guy in press coverage because he can get eliminated from a play if a good defender gets his hands on him. So if you put him on a Chiefs offense, motion him a shit ton behind the backfield, kind of in a Travis Kelsey role where go find the soft spot in the zone. You can't run man coverage against the Chiefs. They'll fucking expose you. So it's almost always zone coverage. Makai is just such a good scheme fit in Kansas City. That would be fucking dangerous. Dangerous getting Makai Lemon, getting Patrick Mahomes a Makai Lemon, because Rashee Rice is not like the greatest route runner, although he does have a good ability to find those soft spots in zone, but not to the level that Makai is, and he's not giving you the contested catch ability that Makai is. Xavier Worthy, burner, Rashee Rice, yak, Makai Lemon's possession receiver. That's just, they would complement each other so fucking well. I think Makai to the Chiefs is such a good fucking fit now that I think about it. I just walked through that on my own. But either way, he doesn't have the vertical speed or the size to be a consistent X receiver on the outside. Or frankly, I don't think he's a good enough route runner in man coverage. He does flash it, but again, like, that Notre Dame tape's just fucking burned itself into my brain. Like, the guy, he got hands on him every play. He was just eliminated on like 70% of the pass plays. But some of the catches this dude makes, like I said, I'm regurgitating myself at this point. Very strong hands, and he's always coming back for the football too, which is just is a dream for a quarterback, right? So I have Makai at 3, but him and Carnell switch. Like, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.